Hello and welcome. I thank you for joining us. My guests today lost just about everything but their lives when a tornado swept through their Georgia community in May of 2025. Winds from an EF2 tornado left Chaney under a pile of rubble under his own home. His son Malachi suffered severe head and neck injuries when he was tossed 100 yards from their home. Now, for perspective, that is the length of an entire football field. Months later, Trey says he and Malachi are stronger than ever and changed for the better. It's my honor to have Trey Chaney here on the show.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, brother. The question is, how are you? What an incredible journey this has been.
Yeah, it has. And the journey is still actually going on. You know, we got a long road to recovery. And all I can do is thank God each and every day and be grateful and thankful that we survived a tornado. You know, we just taking it one day at a time as a family, and we're also healing as a family.
Absolutely. Absolutely an incredible story and an ongoing journey. Let's talk about, just take us back to that day in May. You're just in the house.
Yeah, so we had a beautiful day. Malachi was home from college. You know, he's attending Savannah State University, so he was home. And I was actually celebrating the 23-year anniversary of The Wire doing press that day.
Of course.
So waking up that morning and just, you know, having breakfast and going out to do press, we got home at 2 p.m. And it was just a little drizzly outside. It was raining a little bit, but not too bad. And Malachi, he said, "Dad, I'm getting ready to go in my room and play my video game. I know that you're getting ready to go in your room and pack," because we were actually going to leave that night, May 29th, to go to our hometown, Washington, D.C. Malachi's birthday is June 1st. So I remember Malachi going in his room at 2:30, 3 o'clock. He shuts the door. I can hear him playing his game. I went in my room, and I sat on the edge of my bed like this with my phone in my hand. And for some reason, I didn't start packing. I didn't start doing nothing. I was just on the edge of the bed. And the rain, for some reason, it just didn't sound like rain. You know, the wind, it picked up. It didn't sound like wind. And before you know it, Portia, it felt like it was a train beside me in my house. But when I looked to my right, my walls were flying towards my face. My TVs were flying towards my face. And the first thing you do in a moment like that is you brace up.
Yeah, you brace yourself.
So when I brace up, I could just feel my body being hit.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I remember is my whole entire bed, along with myself, levitating in the air. And when that happened, I may have been unconscious, maybe, this is what I was told, I may have been unconscious for maybe a minute, but I do remember my eyes opening, but it was in a puddle of mud, and I was bleeding the right side of my head. And
puddle of mud underneath this rubble that our viewers, so let me just say this, our viewers have been looking at pictures of sort of what you came to build, right? The house that you and your wife imagined having, and then sort of what it looked like after the storm. You woke up under that rubble.
Yeah, I woke up under the rubble, and because I was on the edge of my bed, I guess that's why I was wrapped in sheets. So I was wrapped in sheets. I'm thinking So
you don't physically remember rotation, levitate. It's just bracing.
Once I remember bracing and levitating in the air and things hitting me, that's all I remember. But when I woke up and I pulled the covers back, my roof was gone. So then
this was seconds.
In a matter of seconds, at least maybe a minute. I would give it that, if a minute. But looking to my right, I seen nothing. And automatically in my mind, I said, my son's room was on the left side of the house upstairs. We both were upstairs. So when I looked to my left, nothing, and the roof gone. So
first thing that goes through your mind at that point.
Yeah, the first thing that goes through my mind is when I crawled from under the rubble. And when I got up, my neighbors were running. I could see my neighbors running towards me. And when they got a hold of me, they were checking, like, "Trey, are you okay? The house got hit." And the first thing out of my mouth is, "Where is my son?"
Yeah.
And they were confused. They were like, What are you talking about?"
Because he's not in the immediate, you can't see him. He's not calling out for help.
So when I said, "Where's my son?" they were like, wait a minute, your son was in the house? Because they know Malachi.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, my son was in the house. That was where his room was.
Right. So they immediately start
So they
searching because
started
you
searching.
can't.
So
Yeah.
the search for Malachi happened. The next words out of my mouth is call my wife. Thank God she wasn't in the house. My wife was at work. So while all of this is going on, it's just chaos.
Yeah.
And it was still pouring down raining. So with it pouring down raining, all of my neighbors from around the neighborhood are running to find Malachi. I got one neighbor with me, and we still can't find him.
Right.
You know.
But I
And
understand too. Your neighbors were also like, "Man, you need to get to the
Yeah,
hospital because you were injured as well, but
Yeah.
you don't want to leave because you can't find your son."
I couldn't find my son, and then my wife wasn't home yet. But the most horrific thing of this as well is when she finally pulled up, which it may have been 15, 20 minutes
At
after
the house or at the
she
hospital?
pulled up at the house. So when they called her and they said, you know, you need to get home, you've never seen nothing like this. The picture in my head of my wife pulling up and her getting out that car, seeing the house that we had built in 2020, and her collapsing on the ground. Like the neighbors,
Yeah.
luckily they were there to catch her. She runs up to me, she's checking me. She said, you okay? Where's Malachi?
Where's Malachi?
And the worst words out of my mouth as a father, as a husband, was, I don't know where our son is.
We're going to pause
Yeah.
right there because I can't imagine how hard that was.
Yeah.
Listen, Malachi is going to join us after this break and talk about what he remembers and what he doesn't remember from this whole experience. Stay with us. We'll be right back.